Okay, hello, my name is Rachel, and for my PR Today presentation, I will be presenting on Dutch Bros. So, the reason why I chose Dutch Bros is because if you know me, you know that I get Dutch Bros seriously every single morning, and it's not just because of their amazing coffee, it's also because of just the unbeatable customer service. And I actually have two roommates who work at Dutch, and so the love for Dutch in our house is just unmatched. So actually, if you look on the left of that picture, it's one of my roommates. So we just love it, and I really wanted to look deeper into it. So, according to their website, their mission is to be a force for good, and they do this by having outstanding customer service and killer coffee. And I think that we can all agree that they definitely achieve that goal. Then it is to serve the community, and they do that by building deep connections with the community they serve. And they do this in a lot of different ways, but one that really stands out to me is that they're known for if you come in having a bad day or crying or anything like that, they'll give you a free drink just to kind of show you that they appreciate you and just a way to give back. And lastly, to help the youth. And they do this by having many opportunities for the youth to get involved with health, education, and social development. So, what is Dutch Bros? It's a coffee kiosk, but not only do they serve amazing coffee, they're also known for their Rebels and tons of other drink options. They originated in Grants Pass, Oregon, and they now have over 400 locations throughout Oregon, Washington, California, Idaho, Nevada, New Mexico, Utah, and Arizona. So, the publics are obviously the community, and they serve the community by using the Dutch Bros Foundation. This is where they team up with a bunch of different nonprofit organizations, and they raise awareness for it with these events. So the Be Aware, they have been supporting the fight against breast cancer since 2014, and they have raised more than $1.6 million in donations. Then they have Drink One for Dane. Dane is actually one of the founders of Dutch Bros, and he died from ALS. And so this organization helps raise funds for ALS and finding a cure. Then we have Bucks for Kids, donates to local youth-focused organizations in the community. And then Dutch Love, which donates to local organizations to fight food insecurity in communities. So here are just some ways that they advertise the Dutch Bros Foundation. You can see on the lids, we have Dutch Love and then Drink One for Dane, and then some posters for Bucks for Kids and Be Aware. So they're all about really promoting this and encouraging people to help out. So Dutch Bros is a pretty neutral organization, and so they don't have a lot of conflicts, but one that I saw that was a recent one is that in 2019, Dutch Bros decided to leave Oregon Business for Climate. So they did this because there was a political affiliation, and Dutch Bros stands by staying neutral. But a lot of people were confused that they even joined to begin with because that organization was made in order to pass a political bill. But they responded by reminding the public of their values and their plans moving forward. And this didn't have a lot of backlash. A lot of people were just super forgiving and just continued to go on about their days. But I think the reason is because Dutch Bros has always been super, super transparent, and their intentions have always been super good. And so I think that's why they didn't really receive a lot of backlash for this. So their PR as a whole is just absolutely incredible. Their transparency and love for the community is recognized everywhere. Even if you've never been to Dutch Bros, you know that it's filled with like the nicest and most kind people ever. They incorporate nonprofits into their business. Almost every month, they team up with a nonprofit to help local communities. And then for their events, I think it's a super cool way that they do their events because since they are a coffee kiosk, you would think that it's pretty hard to host events. But on the first of every month, they give out stickers. And it's something that people look forward to every single month because you don't know what they look like until the day of. And it also allows for advertisement for the company. You know, people are putting these stickers on their cars, their hydro flasks, really anything that they can stick it. And so it's something that people look forward to all the time. And obviously, they have a bunch of fundraisers with their nonprofits, and So those are just some ways that they're always able to bring the community back, always making sure that people are visiting their stands. Honestly, I couldn't think of any improvements. And I'm maybe because I'm biased, but I really couldn't think of any other than stopping the expansion to other states. So Dutch Bros originated in Oregon, and they expanded to a bunch of other states on the West Coast. And the only reason why I would change that is because looking at In and Out, for example, In and Out was originated in California. It was only in California for a super long time. And so it kind of it made it special. You know, the only way that you can get In and Out is if you went there to California. And it was similar with Dutch Bros, but now you can get it in um, Idaho or just any other place. And so it kind of loses that spark or that uniqueness about it. But other than that, I really couldn't think of any other improvements. So just to kind of recap, the main goal of Dutch Bros is to ensure that everyone that comes in wants to come back. They want to give back to the community in any way that they can, and they want to support their staff and customers. Um, One thing that I think is super cool in the way that they support their staff is that they call all their staff members a part of the mafia, just to kind of show that family and the brotherhood. And then also, the only way that you can build a Dutch stand is if you have actually worked a certain amount of hours for Dutch. So just kind of supporting their workers and wanting to see them succeed, which I think is super cool. So that's it. Thanks so much.